number and shoot me a text first thing just to let me know everything's good.
Okay. That was Allison advising us that we are being too nice and we need to start pulling our weight and doing things. Good evening, my beloved Beyond the Call of Duty friends and family, and good evening to my beloved EOW family. Day 61. Mileage?
I don't have a bike.
A lot.
It was 15.
Over
It
15,000.
was
wasn't it?
55 this morning, so I'm going to say
200
it's
more?
close to 15.7 right
Okay.
now.
Approximately 15.7. The bikes are all at Harley Davidson. In fact, we'll do a quick shout out to them. We got them in there and they were great. They asked us if they could take some photographs. They took this beautiful photograph of the 608 at the Harley dealership
Signature.
at Signature Harley,
Perrysville.
Perrysville. Yeah, there it is, Perrysville. So, and that's just us inside there. So amazing people, and that's where all the bikes are sitting tonight, getting serviced, and they'll be ready tomorrow afternoon. Trucks go in tomorrow morning, and our 608 Memorial goes in tomorrow morning, and it'll be out tomorrow afternoon.
Perrysburg.
Harrisburg, not Perrysville. Berg.
Perrysburg.
Berg.
Berg.
Where's Mumbles?
Who's numbers?
James.
James.
Have you ever
Is
heard
it
of
Perrysburg or Perrysville?
Berg.
Leesburg.
Berg.
I told you. We got some special guests with us that are with us for a little bit. Jen's over there hiding in the corner.
Come say hi.
Come say hi.
You gotta come say hi.
You have to say
Stick your head in, say hi.
We got Ray, obviously. Right behind Ray is Cody. Richard. Damien. James. Cynthia. And do you want to introduce yourself? You.
John Catanzaro, Fraternal Order Police, Lodge 7, present.
We are blessed because Chicago Lodge Number 7, Fraternal Order Police, became a sponsor last year, a gold sponsor. And John asked if there was any way he could spend some time. And we obviously get a lot of people saying, hey, we want to come with you and see what you guys are really doing and da-da-da-da. And then we get crickets. And we are blessed because John joined us last night. And let me tell you, it was absolutely not an easy feat. This is not, oh, here, let me jump on a plane and fly out. This man has been running this whole last week. We've been playing phone tags. We've been playing, even last night was not an easy task. Our hotel was completely fully booked. He found a different hotel, Ubered over in the morning. Probably I'd say you were on 4 hours of sleep.
I don't need sleep.
Right.
I got to deal with life.
So, but he's been with us, and just a blessing. He got to see us go to a department today, and he's had dinner with us. So we'll ask him a couple of questions and get some answers for all of you, because it's probably questions that you would ask, or if you want to ask any questions, shoot out a comment real quick, and we can ask John some questions and let him roll. But we're honoring a beautiful, beautiful police officer, Brandon Michael Stalker from Toledo Police Department, Ohio. End of watch was January 18th, 2021. Only one stop of the day. Our nightcap is presented by 1350 Distillery out of Colorado Springs. That's where all the banners will reside for a full year until I find a permanent home for all of them. And they go from September of this year to September of next year. Our 2020 banners, I'm still waiting on a final callback, but it looks or sounds like they may be allowed to be in Nevada at the Las Vegas Police Museum. Yeah, so it was a pretty ride.
I'm in a truck now. I'm loving this. I don't have to worry about the rain. I don't have to worry about the heat. I'm not complaining at all. Thanks, Cody. I appreciate you.
Yeah, Ray's handling our advanced team right now and doing a bang-up job as always. Also, he's cooking because he got tired of us cooking, and he has taken the challenge of cooking. And we had a beautiful steak dinner with some vegetables and
That was for
zucchini.
you. I know, Sheila, you're not with us anymore, but I got to make sure everybody's getting their vegetables. So I did make sure we cooked some vegetables tonight.
Yes. Yeah, it was great. So, but we had about a 2 hour ride to Toledo, and it was beautiful. Got there. Jason was checking out some cone situations, but other than that, it was great.
It was a barrel.
A some barrel situation. That's us at Toledo this morning. We arrived there. That's their beautiful. That's the courthouse,
Mhm.
and then the department is right across the street
On this side
on
of
the
it.
opposite
Yep.
side. And this is also a department we were at last year, unfortunately, and so Chief was very adamant that I don't return, and I promised him that I don't want to return. So let's see if I can keep that promise this time. There's Chief right there. That's Ray talking to Chief. Chief was advising Ray that please tell JC not to come back. That's me, and that is Brandon's cousin,
Aunt.
aunt. Yes, that's Brandon's mom's vehicle with their child, with Brandon's child that wrote that. There's Brandon's mom and Brandon's beautiful daughter, and Blue Line Bears did some
We
beautiful
already
bears.
did some bears for the families. Yeah.
Got those bears made out of their shirts for them, and mom was appreciative completely.
She was so touched. She
Yeah.
just talks about how much those bears meant to the family and
Yeah.
to the kids, and
Yeah.
how important they are as
Oh,
part of the
yeah.
healing process. So
And I've said that time and again.
absolutely.
That those bears are amazing. There's Richard giving loves.
hug.
Yeah. There's mom going up to Brandon. Chief gave a plaque to mom, and that's the plaque. It's a beautiful plaque with Brandon's photograph.
You weren't around, but they were talking a lot about his two aunts that were there.
Yeah.
Came up in the media, was doing an interview, and asked them to talk about Brandon. They just talked about how he was such a giving man.
Yeah.
He would give up his weekends to go help friends move and help build decks and help do patio pavers, and he just always was giving. He was always giving back to his friends. He was just always, that was just his heart.
Yeah.
He always checked in with them. His two aunts, the day that he made the ultimate sacrifice. He called everybody this morning and said, "Hey, I'm looking forward to going to work tonight. I'm working this shift." And he was just one of those loving guys that made sure his family knew what was going on, and he just cared about everybody. He really had a huge heart.
Right. And the thing that Ray, that I go back to, and this is year 2 for you, but in the 2 years that we've been doing this, and the 2 years you've been out with us, every similarity is with all our men and women is they are giving and humble and
They have a servant's heart.
they have a servant's heart. And you absolutely well said. And so, why is it that we're always talking negative?
It's because it's not the sheepdogs. It's not the families of the sheepdogs. It's not the peacemakers. It's not the families of the peacemakers. It's not us.
Yeah.
It's the others.
But I think if we could get by and just if people would just ask and take a moment with us and say, "Can you talk to me about this beautiful person?" and the stories that we can give them, and if they just took the time and realized, Brandon has this beautiful mother that is hurting, these beautiful aunts, but more importantly, a beautiful child that's now alone.
Well, and we talked about this last year. We talked about it this year. That what we do is keep the memory of these people alive, of these heroes. Every single one of these 608 this year that we're out memorializing, we're keeping their memories alive of who they were, not the sacrifice they made.
Right.
And that's the part that if more people knew, if more people knew who Brandon was, I said it to you last year, I say it to you again this year. I wish I had a chance to meet every one of these.
Every single one of them.
I
wish
for
a minute.
Just for a minute, because they all have such an amazing story. And that's what we hear time after time after time, department after department, is you're absolutely right. They all have the same story. They all have a servant's heart. They all give. They all gave of themselves. And I wish I had the opportunity to meet any of them.
Exactly. That's the mom and his daughter. There's Chief, Richard, and I. There's Miss Allison getting the patch that we put on our banners every year. There she's
There's the daughter signing the banner.
signing the banner. And we were actually blessed on this one to have a second family that wasn't scheduled to be there
From Pittsburgh.
and that's there they are. No, these are the ants. Sorry, these are the
yep.
ants. There
There
they
they
are.
are, yep.
Yeah, so there they are, and they weren't able to go to Pittsburgh, but we've been blessed that different family members have been able to see him throughout this journey, and that's again another reason why we do this is they can't all get somewhere.
But because we are nationwide, they
Yeah.
can always find us somewhere.
Yeah. So, yeah. John, you want to add anything about your day today?
Well, you talked about the personal characteristics of these officers and what they all have in common. It's clearly part of a just profession that requires compassion. There's a lot of public sentiment that there's not enough compassion in law enforcement. I couldn't disagree more. I this week was honored to attend 2 memorial services before joining this ride for actually one guy of DC, Lou Cannon, who I'd never met. Lou was a former president of DC Lodge 1, the FOP, and Lou helped start what is currently the Police Memorial Week in Washington, D.C.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
Lou was at the ground
Wow.
start of this. So again, he's very dear friends with the current president, Mike Murphy, who I'm friends with, and I just told him, if my friend's hurting because of a loss, I'm going to try and be there for him. And just listening to the eulogies given by Lou's stepson and other officials, including old-time FOP people, you feel like you know the people personally, and you make it kind of wishes that you did meet them, hang out with them, even though it feels like you did know them on some level. And the same thing with Gil Gallegos, who was the former national FOP president out in New Mexico, was the chief of police in Albuquerque, passed away too. And just dear friends talking personal stories. I think it's because we're all in a law enforcement mind frame, so to speak, that you kind of relate very easily to stories and you feel like it's somebody you work with, or you associate it to somebody that you knew that was kind of like that, and it makes it much easier to understand and appreciate these people. But the families is kind of where it's at for me. Brendan's mother today was just amazing. The aunts talked about his big heart and how he helped the family, but mom kind of relayed a very dear story to me about all the personal time she got to spend with him recently playing baseball and how much he loved baseball. And he traveled a lot for baseball, and she was his go-to. And she really kind of didn't know it now, but knows it now. Cherishes all those road trips they took together, those conversations, those mother-son conversations that she's never going to get to have again. But luckily, in retrospect, she's just grateful that she did get them now.
Absolutely.
So it's never easy. I think every place you stop, and I'm going to join you with, there's definitely a common theme. Selflessness, sacrifice, and just big hearts of people who wanted to do something different and change the world on even a microscopic level.
And they have.
Yes.
I was going to say,
I mean,
every one of them changes this much.
Yeah,
And
and we look at this, that the legacy that they're leaving behind, if the fellow co-workers and the fellow people around them, if they could just harness that and keep that legacy going, Brandon's going to live on.
Absolutely.
And they can realize that what he had started is going to continue. In your case, I didn't know that he had started DC. Lou had started DC. But here you are a president of an FOP. That's a legacy you can now continue.
Again, it's all about just leaving this profession better than I found it. And better for the men and women that are going to keep doing it. Whether it's 10 years from now or 100 years from now. People just don't really grasp what law enforcement has been and especially what it is now.
Right.
And how difficult of a job it is now, except the people that are doing it. They kind of understand it, and the people that have already done it. But the average citizen has no idea how difficult this job has become and unappreciative, which leads to issues of suicide. And those are major issues with the police department all across this country of just feeling like nobody
Left
gives a
alone.
damn.
Yeah. Left
They feel
behind.
they feel abandoned.
Well abandoned. Yeah. Yeah. And also, we want to put our hearts out. We had 2 more losses in this nation today, and our hearts and prayers are out for both of those departments and the families. And fortunately, they will become. Will be joining an exclusive club. So. Wow. So we're going to do a toast for one beautiful man, Brandon Michael Stalker from Toledo Police Department, January 18th, 2021. John, would you like to do the toast?
Well, Brandon, Godspeed. We'll hold the line, and your name will not be forgotten, because I can assure you, me personally, it's the first name on the ride that I've been involved in. It won't be the last, but regrettably speaking, cheers, and here's to leaving behind a beautiful daughter and a great family that we're certainly going to try and remember forever.
Salud. Salud.
I don't usually do that. They made me.
Yeah.
Peer pressure.
Scott, good evening. Thank you for the prayers and safe travels, and prayers to you as well for speedy recovery. Hazel, love you.
Hazel.
And thank you so much for allowing us into your lives and blessing you. Lou, good evening. Your
Lou.
wife is amazing. She bought all of us multiple T-shirts at Harley. She bought
On your credit card.
Your card got pulled out quite a bit this
Yeah, but
afternoon.
it's okay.
What they call it, extend the limit.
Well,
Thanks for the street glide, by the way.
So with this downtime, I hope Richard gets his GPS fixed. No more skinny roads. You hear that? Welcome, John, and thank you for your support. Great, thank you. Oops. Diane, love you and bless you, and you are always in our hearts. Does Ray know how to fully execute a roundabout?
Absolutely, I did. Only had to go partially around any one of them that I hit today. Love you, James.
It was the pedestrians in the way that didn't know how to navigate.
Right. Sherry, we will actually rest well because we got in early enough after the bikes. Tomorrow morning, Richard and I will be up early. The rest of the team will be allowed to rest up for a couple extra hours. We'll do the trucks and the beautiful memorial, and then Allison will take the rest of the team and do the reverse with the motorcycles, getting them back over here and ready to roll the next day. And then Richard and I'll bring the trucks and the memorial back tomorrow night. So thank you. Lisa, pleasure. Thank you so much for allowing us to be part of all of this and to honor all the family and the loved ones. Yes, Jorge, my beautiful Jorge. Love you, brother. Miss you. Hello, EW family. Thanks for all you do. Safe travels tomorrow. Love you all. God bless you. And that was from Tammy. Love you.
Love you, Tammy.
A little slow there, buddy.
Look, I'm so far away.
Oh, okay. Cosette Stalkers. Oh, wow. Thank you. God bless
It
you.
was an honor meeting you
Yes.
today.
Yes.
Thank you for allowing us to honor and remember Brandon.
Absolutely. Fireball was his drink. Wow. Well, Fireball was his drink. If you guys, anyone up for another one?
You've only got 3. You got at least 3 more to
No,
go.
2 of them.
Oh no, there's 3 there.
No, but 2 of them,
They're sitting in front of you.
Lisa, I pray that God to continue to cover and protect you all, to share love and peace to all Gold Star families. We continue to hold onto our heroes' legacy, serve the community in their honor. We keep all peacemakers and their families in our prayers. Love always. Welcome back, Ray.
Love you, Elisa.
Thank you, Elisa.
Happy birthday to Aaron as well.
Yes. She's one of our survivors. And
one of the bikes is on it.
Diana sent a picture. I can't open that one.
Yeah.
Try.
But yeah.
No. Too many. Yes, too many losses. Cynthia, love you. Thank you. Why? Oh, that's fine.
Lou, that's why she's there. I'll remember that for tomorrow.
So, John wanted a street glide, but he wants it in.
I'm okay with a 2020.
I was going to say a 2020, 2021 road glide is right up my alley. Just don't look at the bill.
Hey, baby, how you doing? Love you,
Hey, Sheila. We all ate our veggies tonight.
Oh, no, we really didn't spend any money on ours. It's really just the bike service. There was a couple of T-shirts, but that was it. There was no huge expenditures. The bike service is huge enough.
You're not gonna tell Sheila about that new bike I got?
Allison, I just got it. Would you please?
I'll text her.
Allison, huge hugs and prayers. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you for the toast from Brandon.
It's our honor. It's our honor.
Thank you, Diane, for raising your glass. Eddie, welcome back. Jason. Oh,
Jason.
Welcome back, Jason.
Welcome back, Jason.
Doesn't say welcome back, Ray, but welcome back, Jason.
He welcomed me back yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Janie, good evening. Thank you for the safe travels. Cool. All right. Well, we will be wrapping up. Remember, if you're out and about tonight, please, if you see an emergency vehicle, stop, move over, pull over, or slow down. If you're out and about and you see a first responder or a law enforcement officer, it doesn't cost you any money. Absolutely zero. It's 3 little words. I love you. If they allow you to give them a hug, please give them a hug. If you see any EOW families out there, give them a hug. Tell them that you love them. More importantly, bless all of you for being the family members that you are, and bless all of you EOW families for being the heroes that you are, and the heroes that allow the beautiful hero to reside amongst us. God bless you all. Have a beautiful night. Talk to you tomorrow.
Love you.